What's up, guys? I know there's been a lot of questions for the Gen 3 swap stuff on our Gen 2s for the intake. A lot of people's asking questions. I thought it'd be kind of better if maybe I shot a little video of mine since I had it out today, playing around in this Tennessee weather. Let me start on the other side. So basically, let me see, fuel line come in there straight in, running the FIC 1000s. When you install them, you can reuse the harness and kind of redo your pigtails and pin everything up underneath the intake, so it's nice and clean install. You don't see no bunch of wires. If you use the RSI fuel rails like I have here, you have two different kind of options. There's a butt cap here that you can put in, or you can run your own, or there's another hole underneath, so you can run your fitting down and underneath your throttle body, and your IAT, or not your IAT, yeah, your IAC, auto air control, it bolts right up. I just resealed with RTV. Your TPS sensor switches sides, but I had to extend the wiring to get it over here neatly, and got it in there. I'm using the Row Racing throttle body, Gen 3 throttle body on mine for the turbo setup, and that's how the intake comes up through the front there. Come around the other side. It's kind of hard to see. You can see where the fuel line comes in, 90s up into the fuel rail. And again, I use the butt cap over here. Your map sensor changes locations from the back to the front, so you gotta, extend your harness for that also. Your throttle hookup. This is the factory Gen 2 throttle cable. I took the mount that it ran through, cut it off, and then initially just made this bracket, and I bolted it up where the Gen 3 cable goes. But if you have this far back, this adjusts your throttle pedal height according to your other pedals. So the further back you have it, the further up your throttle pedal is. I haven't redone it because it's doing just fine having one bolt in it. So you can see where I just unbolted both bolts, bolted the one in. You can take this off your Gen 2 intake, and I can't remember specifically how I pulled it off, but you could take and just run a bolt through, lock nut it with a Teflon nut, and it bolts right up there. I didn't have to do no whole lot of modifying to get that to work on the Gen 3 throttle body. And then you see my fuel comes out, comes up into here. This is my regulator, your fuel regulator, and it just goes back. I was able to squeeze all -8 lines and fittings around the intake. It is awful close for these 90s. You have to have them, flush to where the intake is, or square, I guess you could say, for everything to fit, because it is tight and it's very clean install. This is just something I've done by myself in the garage, and had this powder coated. Wasn't too difficult. I hope that answers some Gen 3 swap questions. This intake actually come off of a RT10 truck. No, I didn't have to drill no holes. Everything bolted right up. I got all ARP stainless hardware, make it all look good. If you're interested also, while I had the intake off, I had -20 fittings welded on the thermostat and the water pump. So I did all -20 lines on a row racing radiator. Did my own fan shroud with fans and my own relay setup. So no having to worry. And this is still low speed, high speed setup. That's still piggybacked into the control wires on the relays of the stock stuff. So no worrying about that burning up. Hope that answers some of y'all's questions. If y'all have any more, hit me up. I'll be glad to help y'all out. Wasn't too bad of an install. It was my last winter project. Not sure what I'll do this year, but definitely pretties up the Gen 2 bay. Y'all have a good one.